Hey guys, I just wanted to say hello, and I think that Dr. Holder is giving you the information for the Efolio rubric. So I just wanted to let you know, as part of the Spanish 4 course, what you usually do, or what we have done for the last 2 years, and you guys are going to be doing this year, is to make a website that is a portfolio for you. Oh, I'm fixing my hair. So this website is going to contain artifacts that you collect throughout your time in Spanish 4 to show your growth and your mastery of content. Now, I think in Spanish 3 you guys got pretty used to looking at the standards, being aware of what you were trying to master with different tasks, and the idea is the same here. On the rubric it lists the different units that we have. I will say, I'm going to make a disclaimer, those might be subject to change a little bit due to my absence. But for the most part, Dr. Holder's awesome, and I'm sure that it'll be pretty similar. So at the end of your website, you need to have 19 artifacts total. You need to have an explanation of how the artifacts show mastery of the standard, and you need to have the standard listed, and you also need to have a brief description. Now, it always comes into question, what needs to be in Spanish? What needs to be in English? Okay, so for your website, you're going to have 4 areas, okay? And actually, you can split your website into 2 different things. You can split your website into the 4 domains, which is the speaking, listening, reading, writing, or you can split your website into the 5 different units that we have. I don't care, however you want to organize it is fine with me. Within that, you need to have, let's just go with the 4 domains as an example. Let's say that you make your website, you have a home page, you have an introduction, it's beautiful, you're going to put your Quien Soy writing prompt up on your introduction page, and pictures of you, make it look pretty. Then you're going to have 4 pages along with your intro page, and the pages will be reading, speaking, listening, writing. For each page you need to have approximately 5 artifacts, so that's a total of 20 artifacts overall. So you have your artifact. So let's go, for example, with a speaking artifact. All right. So let's say, you have like I said, your website, your home page, you have the speaking portion of your website. As a speaking artifact, you have a video of a charla that you've done in class. All right. And so you'll have the video uploaded there. Underneath the video, you'll need to have a brief description in Spanish about what the artifact is. It needs to say things like, for this, in this activity, I was describing my ideal, partner in the future. I was practicing, the subjunctive grammar and my vocabulary for people. And I'm just kind of, pulling this on the top of my head. I had to speak for 3 minutes. I did this in class, so on and so forth. And that would all be in Spanish. It'll be a paragraph, approximately. Underneath that, you'll have the standard listed that you're trying to address. So the standard that you're showing mastery of, or that this artifact shows mastery of, would be there. And then in English, you will have a short paragraph saying, this artifact shows mastery of this standard because, I had to speak about my hopes and dreams for the future, so on and so forth. Okay? So you'll go through and you'll have, a certain amount of artifacts on each page. 5, if you split it, the speaking, listening, reading, writing. 4 if you split it into the units. All right? Now the website, and if you notice on the rubric, it does have a place for things like your design, including multimedia, which when I say multimedia, I mean things like pictures and videos. I mean, you guys have these iPads, although, I don't want you to rely on them all the time. This is going to be hopefully a great way that you'll be able to incorporate using the iPads and show and record your information digitally so that you can have it, from here on out. All right. Now, this is a large portion of your grade. I want to tell you guys now, and I'm sure that, finals week, you'll be like, what? Do we have a final? And the answer to the question, do we have a final for this class, is no. You do not have a final, okay? So your final and your final project grade are these things, all right? Both of them, go into it. So it's a big grade. It's like 20% of your grade, all right? We're going to be working on this throughout the entire semester. Now, of course, I'm not going to be there for the first unit, probably the second unit either. But when I come back, and even maybe in between time, I'm going to talk to Dr. Holder and work that out. You guys are already going to start working on this. This is a work in progress. This is to record your progress through the course, okay? So you're going to have a midterm check. And during your midterm check, well, actually, you're going to have a unit check. So each unit, I'll give you guys, a half class period or 2 half class periods to work on your portfolios. At the end of the unit, part of your unit grade will be a grade. It'll probably be like a class grade or something, or a speaking, reading, writing, listening grade, where I check that you're adding artifacts to your portfolios. During these checks, I'm going to make suggestions. You could improve this by, lengthening your explanation, by fixing such and such grammar points in your explanation of the artifact that you chose, so on and so forth, okay? And then at midterm, you'll have a midterm check, and then, we'll work our way towards the final check. So what I'm trying to say is, in this process, you're going to have guidance and feedback for me, so that when I go to give you your final grade, you'll have had all of these, suggestions about how to make sure that you get the highest grade you possibly can for that big, 20% chunk of your grade. So I am going to post some examples of good websites from the past on your Edmodo so that you can kind of explore them. But I want you to keep in mind, every year, we try to improve. So last year's class did, oh my gosh, like 100 times better than the class before. And so I'm hoping to see wonderful work from you guys and improvement from you guys. Some of the things that I will say that I could think overall last year's class could have improved on were their explanations were fairly brief. So I would like to see those extended a bit. In addition, it's really hard to record some of the reading. And so I'm sorry, not the reading, excuse me, some of the listening activities. And so a lot of people used songs that we're going to listen to in class as examples, but they only put like the lyrics to the song up there or something like that. So I could see some improvement by, you taking a 30-second video of you listening to the song. I know a lot of people don't like to be on camera. To be honest, I feel awkward and uncomfortable being on camera right now, but I want to talk to you guys and see you. So anyways, but I'll post all these things on Edmodo, and you can look at some of the ones from the past, but remember, you're a unique person. Each person should look different. I should see different types of explanations, because this is a personally meaningful assignment. This is a personal portfolio that you're building. It should show your personality. It should show your language skills. So anyways, so that's it for the portfolio. As far as everything else, I'm sorry I'm not speaking in Spanish right now, but I just kind of wanted to clarify that, make sure that we're all on the same page for it. As far as everything else, I'm talking to Dr. Holder almost every day, and Miss Robinson. I'm really sorry that I'm not there. I just have this, bum leg here. Let me show you. Oops, that's to operate my iPad a little bit better. Oh, that's my coffee. No. Here, I have a better idea of how to do this if I didn't make you sick just trying to do that. Maybe, can you flip it? No, you can't flip it when you're videoing. Okay, so here we go again. Bum leg, okay? Bum leg. And so I have my little scooter, I have my crutches and stuff that I get around with. But I can't be on my foot, and, I don't know why, but for some reason people don't think it's a good idea for me to go, sit in class in front of, 35 students. Actually, it probably isn't. I can't get around very often, but that's going to improve. And when it does, I will be back as soon as I possibly can. In the meantime, like I said, I talked to Dr. Holder. She's going to be bringing me your journals. You'll be submitting things on Edmodo as well that I'll be able to look at. So I just want you to know that we're disconnected, but we're connected. Okay? I am reading your stuff. I am paying attention to it. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see who's in the class. Some of you I've never taught before. I can't wait to meet you. And I guess maybe that's probably about it. That's all I wanted to say. So if you have any questions, ask Dr. Holder, post on Edmodo, feel free to email me. I do check my email because all I do is sit around all day, thinking about what are they doing at work? Okay, my own kids would be like, lame, Miss P, lame. Actually, they'd be like, lame, Mom. Anyways, I'm babbling. But I miss you guys. I hope you're well, and hopefully I'll be communicating with you until I get to be back and see you in person. So, talk to you later.